right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for the football hotbed. Third annual Senior Bowl here, live from Mount Pisgah Sports Athletic Complex on a wonderful January 15th, 2023, roughly at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Bo McMichael with my man Craig Chapman. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
It is a great day.
I know it is, man. Any chance on a Sunday to play a little football, have a little fun, get down tonight. What? Get down tonight, man. Let's have a little fun out here, man. It's the All-Star. These seniors said, hey, we're ready to go. It's Team Burgundy versus Team Yellow. And most importantly, it's going to be a lot of fun across the board and have a little fun. Get down tonight. We got Maya producing. We got Joey on site. We got Robert on site, Nate, Dorian, and Dylan on site. And most importantly, the drone man from another mother, Robert on site. What do you feel about what happened in the NFL playoffs? 34-31. Buffalo surviving against Miami. Your thoughts?
Divisional opponents and rivals, they know each other well.
What's the old saying? It's hard to beat a team 7 times in a row.
In the same season?
In the same season. That's where we're at. We got Minnesota and New York. 3 weeks ago, they had a barn burner. Minnesota said, hey, we're going to wear all purple today. And New York said, we'll wear all white. And that sounds like a game. 17-14, the Giants. The New York football Giants are up against the Vikings 14-0. We're live here at Mount Pisgah Athletic Complex. Bring you a little football hotbed. Give you a little insight here. What happened earlier? Earlier this weekend, they went on a tour. They said, hey, we're going to show up at Auburn in Tennessee. This is our Tennessee view right here, where they went to Tennessee and did a nice little road trip. And then they said, hey, we're going to head to Auburn as well. And we're going to get a chance to visit the campus of Auburn, courtesy of Coach Odobe. And he was able to post on social media, be able to throw that out. We'll do our best to get our rosters squared and set. Right now, we're not squared. We're more octagon at this point. So as soon as the octagon becomes a square, we'll throw that out there to get things going. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman and the whole crew of Score 58 Network, bringing you live football action, live from Mount Pisgah, home of the Patriots. Getting ready for a little bit of football action here on a Friday, or not a Friday, a Sunday night. Look at me, I always think Friday. Both of y'all smiled when I said Friday night. That's where my brain's always thinking, hey, look at this. You know, you can't ask for a better view here. You're gonna love this here. They're gonna flip to this view here. I get the head of the vision view here. Oh, there it is, right there. I'll tell you one thing: if you don't like Atlanta, come this way, 'cause you will. That is a pretty view as the plane hits the drone and we all go down.
Stop that.
Listen to you, man.
Stop that.
Oh, Robert has no fear. Oh, Robert Reed. Hashtag wanna be Maverick Part 7 Reed. He does a great job on that one, but great job producing Joey Bag of Donuts. We got Dylan. Just don't call me Turner. Just call me Dylan. And then we got, most important, Nate Robinson, bag of chips. He looks like just a bag of chips with that. Okay. Don't shake your heads at both of me on this part. Nate's not listening to me, and that's what's important on that part. And Dorian Johnson, he's just part of the Twin Society. His brother Devin and Dorian have been with us. Look at this overview right there. Now I'm just getting stressed watching how far my drone's up that high to get going. But, he does a good job on that part. So no further ado, we'll get things started here. Sit back and enjoy and get ready for some football here on the Score 58 Network, bringing you the All-Star Game Football Hotbed 2023. Team Yellow versus Team Burgundy, depending on if you ask Maya on that part. And, hey, tomorrow, tune in because we got an all-day affair. Kickoff's at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Stay with us here on the Score 58 Network, and we'll be right back for kickoff. right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for kickoff here. Stay with us here on the Score 58 Network. We've got the Senior All-Star Game, the third annual Senior All-Star Game, brought to you by Football Hotbed. It's a hotbed world. Stay tuned with us here. We've got the class of 2023, Team Yellow versus Team Burgundy, starting very shortly, brought to you by the Score 58 Network.
Like Amazon, no matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself, let it have your attention. From the beginning you'll see what you would have hated to miss, and the recapable moments, so keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat, so sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen. 58 Live is the place to be. For quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon, no matter what day of the week. At the door, hoping to serve you defeat. Coaches, get out your playbooks. Players, get pads and cleats. Fans, get out your merchandise. Make it loud as they
Looks like you're getting ready for the kickoff here, Craig Chapman.
Absolutely.
Absolutely is just right. It's Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, but it's Sunday. It's game time. It's Sunday night. I can morph it. It's Sunday night. All right. The best is getting an idea on that part. I love being able to match the helmets here. Team Maroon, we've got, look like they're going to receive. No, they defer.
They have deferred.
Team Yellow is going to kick off. We can identify some helmets.
Team Yellow will receive.
We got a Pebblebrook. We've got a Rams from Grayson.
Yes, we do. Is that E? Is that an Evans?
I don't think it's Evans.
East side?
No, it could be East side. We have to check on. If I say Evans, I always have to check in with our main man from Lovejoy.
Yeah.
Drew a blank, brother.
Coach Lackey.
All right, yeah. Coach Lackey. We had to ask him. First name?
Lim.
Yeah, Lim Lackey. Yeah, he was there for a minute. Good hard minute on that part. I'm going to throw the scoreboard up here. Team Burgundy versus Team Yellow. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael. Going to have a little fun here this evening here and have a little time to sit back and enjoy. Watch a little bit of all-star games across the board. We'll check to see if we get any rosters brought in here in just a minute. We'll let, if I get quiet, buddy.
I understand.
I appreciate you understanding. We've got stats coming across the board. And we'll update it as we go so we can have that. Yeah, I did that before I took my nap. I looked at that and see if I made the Team Burgundy team game stats. I'm like, oh, I did. Look at me on spot right now. All right, oh, hey, we'll be right back. Greg, take it away.
All right, so Team Burgundy getting ready to kick to Team Yellow right here. And going to get this thing started. Should be a very interesting night. Always a lot of top prospects playing in this Hotbed World Senior All-Star Game. So just waiting for the whistle. And there it is. And there's the kick. Going to be fielded at about the 8. Bringing it back up to the right side. Tackle will be made right there. Ball will be at the 22-yard line. And Team Yellow will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. That is a really, really large offensive tackle right there, number 72.
And the most important thing is I'm going to be able to give you stats here in a minute. Not his size, maybe his size here, but we are in the mood of changing their names. And that's the nice thing about it, man. We're gonna pull it back a little bit, and we're calling it Team Sun instead of Yell.
Oh, Team Sun. Okay.
Okay, Team Sun. I'm trying to make sure we get a little feedback here the proper way. So give me 1 second, and I'll get that squared away. Team Sun versus Team Bark.
Right.
B-A-R-K, like a tree, bark.
First snap, there's going to be a bubble screen out to the left. Nice catch and turn inside. Going to pick up about 4, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Pass complete to number 20 for Team Sun. Like the uniforms.
I do. I will concur with you on that one, big man. I like the uniforms, too. The clarity across the board right here. So I'm going to let you mess around with some things to begin with. You keep calling the game. I'm going to print us some rosters and get ourselves started here so we can give these gentlemen their proper due.
2nd down and what looks like to be closer to 5. Got trips to the left. Single receiver set to the offensive right. Number 14 in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off to the right side. And that'll be for no gain right there. Tackle made, looks like by number 44 for Team Bark. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Ball was carried by number 23. And it'll be the first 3rd down of this ball game. Team Sun comes out, still trips to the left-hand side of the offensive formation. Great camera view right here. Going to drop back and let it rip down the left sideline, and that's going to be caught but out of bounds. So it'll bring up 4th down and 5. And we'll see if Team Sun decides to try to go for this, because I've seen no movement off the sideline right here. I hear it now. So it looks like there will be a punting team on the field right here. Love the fact that in this game, special teams appear to be live. Punter will be number 4 for Team Sun. It's like the deep snapper will be number 80, or maybe number 90. Can't really tell. The jersey's rolled up in the back. So the ball will be in play at the 22. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's away. It will bounce and stay right there at about the 44-yard line. So Team Burgundy will take over for the first time on offense at their own 44. That will be a 34-yard punt. And there's I have 8:01 here to go in the first quarter. No score at the Mount Pixa Sports Complex. All right. Shotgun set, motion across to a H-back look to the left. Here comes jet motion across. There's a snap, inside zone give. Be up the middle for a gain of about 3. Bring up 2nd down and 7 for Team Bark. going to be a doubles look right here. No, empty look for Team Bark on 2nd down and 7. There's a snap. Going to throw the quick out up top. Nice catch right there by number 5. And that should be enough for a first down, our first down of the game. I don't know about you, but it looks like a McEachern helmet.
It is, but Team 5 is from Powder Springs, which my guess is McEachern if they say Powder Springs.
Powder Springs?
Yeah, Powder
McEachern?
Springs. Yeah. First name, Kearney. He's a corner, but I feel like that's not 5 because Bark is in yellow. So we'll get all that squared here in just a minute.
Bark's in yellow?
Bark, yeah, Sun is in yellow, Bark is in red. I
There we go.
apologize. You know, my brain can't process a lot of stuff at the same time. So.
Inside zone give again. Going to gain 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8. And right now we've got a pretty nice little drive, you know. After the initial 3 and out, we're going to play 4 right here of Team Bark's initial drive. Number 4 is quarterback, and that's Josh Rudy from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. He'll take the snap, sprint to the right, going to fire the out just over the outstretched arms right there at the 35-yard line. Pass intended for number 12. That's Braden Cummings from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. So if I were to put 1 and 1 together and come up with 11, I would say that they are teammates and playing in this game. We've got a little chemistry together.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not an algebra major for no reason at all. I mean, he's not even physics. He's a scientist in the making here based on his chemistry capabilities.
Absolutely.
They did a song about that. What was that song?
You want to hear it? Here it goes.
Yeah, it was a little chemistry. I don't know much about biology.
You don't know much about history.
Oh, yeah. Can you name the movie?
No.
Oh, it'd been awesome if you said Witness, buddy. I'd have gave you a hug. Here we go.
There's the snap on 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. And he will be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Brother, I'm going to find that song. Until I get this other roster squared away, man.
So it looks like could be going for this on 4th and 9 with 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Rudy breaks the huddle. Get trips to the field. Dontavius Broadnax from Powder Springs, Florida. Flanks him to the right, and that's going to be a timeout.
All right, our first timeout here.
Timeout Team Bark on this 4th down and 9.
And to kind of reiterate what both this whole group from Football Hotbed was able to experience over the past 3 days, they spent a little bit of time in Tennessee, went to the Knoxville, Tennessee, and went to Auburn to kind of see what these teams are doing here overall and their experience. And I'm going to kind of give a nice little flag show of that here. This is heading over to Auburn, heading back to Tennessee. Another Tennessee shot right there. And going to the University of Auburn as well. Appreciate Football Hotbed opening that door, giving them the opportunity. Tomorrow we have an 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock game live from Mount Pisgah. We'll be live here on all social media networks, bringing you this action in play.
So it looks like they have decided to not go for it, and they will bring out the punter on this 4th and 9.
We have about 4:40 and remaining here in the first quarter of action. I did find out who sang that song that I was looking at First name is Sam. Last name is
Cook.
Oh, brother.
I knew who sang it. I didn't know what movie it was in.
Free Hut Witness, man. It was Witness. I apologize.
And there's the pun is
Oh,
away.
that was awesome that you knew that.
Now, that was really interesting right there.
I know.
I mean, really interesting.
They went with the Arizona colors this year. They said, hey, we're going to do burgundy and bring in Herman Edwards. And Herman said, I'm going to the ESPN. I don't have time for this right now. So he turned down the job to come down on that part. But we got yellow and maroon. I say maroon because of where I came from in college. I don't say burgundy. I say maroon. But yellow and burgundy on the numbers. And we got burgundy jerseys and yellow numbers across the board.
So it'll be 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at the 24-yard line.
Bark versus Sun.
Team Sun on their own end of the field.
I do. Every time I say bark, I do want to bark. I apologize.
Don't do that.
I'll do it tomorrow to get us started.
But
that's our producer. We're going to have to give her a headset before the end of the game on that part, just based on her comments.
Inside, kind of a lead ISO play. And a nice run right there. Picks up about 5, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
10-minute quarters here. We got to look like we got a Jonesboro helmet here on Team Yellow. I'm waiting for Team Yellow to get their full stats in place before I pull their rosters. Okay, by the way, number 90 jersey with Longstaff on for both teams. And it looks like we got jerseys ready to go.
Good deal.
Good deal indeed.
Same formation for Team Sun. 2nd and 5.
I'm going to play the Barney song.
Inside Gint again and nothing. What a nice play right there. Tackle was made by number 17. That's the strong safety, Devon Meadows. Meadows from Atlanta, Georgia. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5. So 3rd and 5 right here for Team Sun. Josiah Jarrett, quarterback for Team Sun, appears to be from Dutchtown High School. We're going to get a timeout right here. First timeout of the half for Team Sun. And while we're at this, so far Team Sun has run it 3 times for 6 yards, and there's 1 for 2 for 5 yards in the passing game. Team Bark has run 5 plays. They've gotten 1 first down. They have 11 total yards. They have 4 rushing yards and 7 passing yards. And we're at 3rd down right here and right at 5 for the first down. And Jarrett in the gun. Motion out of the backfield, going to throw the bubble screen out. Chance to turn the corner, only going to pick up, well, he's not down, and he is down the sideline. 35-30, 25, and pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That pass complete to number 20, Jace Presley from Hiram, Georgia, and did a nice job of understanding that he wasn't down on the play and carrying that ball all the way down to the 23-yard line for Team Sun's first down, and they're right on the edge of being in the red zone. Nice job by the officiating crew of watching the play and not blowing the whistle too quick. Mark that down. It's January the 15th, and I gave kudos to the officials. 1st and 10. Ball appears to be at the 22-yard line. So we're looking at about a 48-yard catch and run right there. Jarrett in the gun. Dalen Ellison with him, flanked by number 23, and they're going to give it to number 23. And he is run down at the line of scrimmage by number 9. It's Dontavius Broadno from Powder Springs, Florida. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Team Sun looking to strike first here late in the first quarter. Number 23 is Damian Wilson from Jonesboro. Throwing the quick screen out to the right. He'll work for 3 yards down to the 19. And Team Sun has entered the score 58 red zone. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. And it'll be interesting to see what happens if they're unable to convert right here. This 1st down, will they line it up and kick the field goal? Nice drive so far. Looking at 5 plays so far and 57 yards. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right into the boundary for Team Sun. Wilson to the left. Nice job right there. Going to scramble out, going to throw it into the end zone. It's going to be caught for a touchdown of 19 yards. Ball is caught by number 32, Duran Niles, for the touchdown, and a 6-0 lead for Team Sun here with 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So that 3rd and 7, turns into a touchdown. Nice job of scrambling on the play by Josiah Jarrett, stepping up and under the pressure, working out to his left, finding a wide open Niles in the end zone for 6. Number 4, Lucas Wynn from Powder Springs, Georgia, on to attempt the point after. There's the snap, place, and the kick, and it is good. So with 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Team Sun 7, Team Bark nothing. Team Bark looking to get their 2nd possession, and just an outstanding job. That was a 6-play, 76-yard drive, and the big play was the huge completion on 3rd down. When it looked like the tackle had been made, and number 20, Jace Presley from Hiram, Georgia, just rolled over the top of the tackler, stayed off the ground, and sprinted down to the 22-yard line for a 1st down, and got Team Sun into position to put the first points of this game on the board. So short time left to go here in the first quarter of this Hotbed Senior Bowl. And Wynn getting ready to kick off. Looks like they're looking for a tee. So Team Sun will kick off from the hash. That would be the left hash right here. There's the whistle, and we are ready. Wynn approaches, drives it deep, all the way down to the 3-yard line. It bounces into the end zone for the touchback, and Team Bark will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trailing 7-0 here late in the first quarter. Team Bark on their first possession gained 11 yards. Had 5 plays, gained 11 yards. Punted Team Sun down to about their 22-yard line. Team Sun then decided that they were going to go the rest of the way at 24-yard line, actually. They went 76 yards in 6 plays. Number 4, Josh Rudy, still in the game at quarterback. So you got a trip set down to the bottom of the screen here. Rudy going to throw the out. It's going to be caught at the 35-yard line. And that'll be a first down. So they're going to mark him at the 34. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 1. So that would be a gain of 9 yards. They put the ball at the 25-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 1. And we're going to get trips to the left right here. And that whistle will signify the end of the first quarter. And as we change sides of the field, we'll do so with the score. Team Sun 7, Team Bark nothing. Team Bark looking at a 2nd and 1 when we come back and start the second quarter. And so far, it's been a pretty well played game. You know, we've had some big plays, some big hits, and you know, it looks like we're going to have more of that to come in the next 3 quarters of action. See if Team Bark makes any substitutions in the skill positions. But so far, Rudy has gone the way at quarterback. And we're going to see if they're going to even flip into the field. It doesn't look like they're going to. Haven't seen the chains move. And yeah, they're lining it back up right now. And here they come. So we'll start the second quarter. Looks like we're going to just keep it the same way. 2nd down and 1 for Team Bark. There is snap. Rudy's going to take it, look to the left, and going to throw it incomplete. Had stop right on the sideline and 2 seams from the inside. Closest player to that was number 8, Dorian Downing from Powder Springs, Georgia. And if Dorian Downing would have made the catch right there, it would have been 14-0 Team Sun, because there was nothing in front of him except green grass. As you can hear the drone fly by. 3rd and 1 right here. Number 9, Broadno in the backfield. To the left of Rudy, going to give it to him. He's going to bounce it to the outside, pick up the first down, and 5 more, and it'll be 1st and 10. Team Burgundy at the 40-yard, Team Bark at the 40-yard line. Broadno run out of bounds by number 8, Downing. So it'll be 1st and 10. That's the second first down of the game for Team Bark. Getting ready to start this new set of downs at their own 40-yard line. Going with a doubles look. got stacked to the left and stacked to right. So you got doubles with a double stack. There's the snap. Inside give. Bounces out 45. Cuts it back. Runs through a tackle. He'll run out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Team Sun. And that's Broadno carrying it for 11 and another first down. Run out of bounds right there by number 3, Jaden Campbell from Mableton, Georgia. First and 10, ball's at the 49-yard line of Team Sun. Team Bark breaks the huddle, gives trips to the field. Single receiver down here to the bottom of your screen. There's the snap. Going to take it. Going to throw it deep down the right sideline. And that pass is going to be broken up by number 11, Jacob McGee from Atlanta, Georgia. Second down and 10 right here for Team Bark, and that pass was a little bit too much to the inside. So Rudy dodges a bullet right there. Second and 10 for Team Bark. Going to break the huddle, same formation, trips to the wide side of the field. Single receiver down to the bottom of the screen. Snap hits the center on the rear end. Rudy's going to flip it out. It's going to be caught. Stiff arm right there. And nice job by Broadno to gain a yard. It'll bring up third down and 9. Nice job of not panicking on the play right there with a bad snap by Rudy. Then a great job of protection because he had all day to throw the ball. So third and 9. Be interesting to see. It's the same, kind of the same position, Team Bark was in the last time they have the ball. Doubles look right here. There's nobody in the middle of the field. Looks like if they are, they're deep. Rudy going to throw the slant. It's going to be caught. That's caught by number 7, and he is sprinting down to the 1. He was down at the 1-yard line. That is a 47-yard completion. It'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line as Team Bark makes its first trek into the score 58 red zone. Pass complete to Kai McPherson from Miami, Florida. Nice throw right there by Rudy. Put it right on him. And he had a lot of space. Did a nice job. A little slant out, concept. So first and goal right here for Team Bark, looking to tie the score at 7 here with about 7:30 to go in the second quarter. There's the snap. There's the inside give. And Broadno will take it into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was a great drive and a great answer by Team Bark. The 47-yard completion on 3rd and 9, the big play of the drive. But Broadno did a nice job cashing in the 1-yard run, but he also had several huge carries, including a third down conversion on 3rd and 1 and another 11-yard run. So now on to kick is Tyler Miller. Here's the snap. Wow. And we're going to get a flag right there. Number 12 for Team Sun, Jordan Wade from Dunwoody, Georgia. He timed that up perfectly and then ran through the holder. And so it looks like Team Bark will get a chance to retry the point after attempt right here. And we're going to have a discussion with the coaches and the
Hey man, you've done a great
crew.
job, buddy.
I
mean, I'll tell you one thing. If your wife was ever around and she said she never heard you talk,
that would be a false statement.
buddy, you've done a great job just holding holding status. I was working trying to get the rosters up so we could place them up there on that part. 7-6 here in the second quarter, just getting somebody else a chance to talk. Because, I mean, you have just taken up the airwaves right there.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people asleep right now.
No, man. I mean, any chance to hear the old number 9 talk. I mean, we're good for that on that part. It's 24-21. And, I'm lied. It's 24-24 here in the fourth quarter for the Vikings versus the Giants. Wild card playoffs. Stay with us. We'll give you updates as we go. The bark versus the sun. I like that. The tree versus the sky.
I mean, it fits, too. The color schemes fit.
I know. Coach Adobe's like, hey, man, don't call them burgundy and yellow. Get in there and call them sun and what?
Bark.
You said bark? Okay. I mean, everybody can get a bulldog in them every now and then. I mean, now we can go buzz and be like Georgia versus.
We just did that when the drone flew by the camera. I was like,
what
is going on?
You heard it?
Yes.
When I heard you say that, the drone, I mean, that means you got near the high pod on that part.
So
they're going for 2, man.
Going for 2. They moved it up to the 1 yard line. That's Rudy sitting there.
And
they give it inside.
They give a no sir to that action.
Someone called that out pretty
They did loud.
aptly on the sideline as a no, sir.
No, sir. You shall not pass.
I hope the offensive lineman is okay.
You're not moving too much.
No. He looks, and he's from Alatoona. I know that helmet. I've taken a couple of beatings from them.
All right, once again, we'll be here live tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for those people that want to wake up and watch football in Hawaii. I could not tell you what time that would be. My guess is what, Maya? She said 4 in the morning. I'm thinking that is crazy, but I'm not willing to say that here. Now she's waving it off. I'm confused. I'm just eating sushi on the side here. We got a 1 o'clock kickoff and a 3 o'clock. 3 football games on Martin Luther King Monday. Come join us here on the Score 58 Network. It's Team Bark versus Team Sun. Love it. Breathe it. Endure it. Have a lot of fun. Craig, what do you like right now? It's 7-6 here between this all-star senior group.
Well, I mean, it's been a really fun game to watch. You've had some big plays on both offenses.
I've watched Maya run back and forth, hit the replay button while I was trying to do something, so
Yeah.
I knew some things were going down.
It looks like it's been a fairly competitive game, pretty evenly matched. Like they've done a good job of setting this thing so that there's not one team with a clear advantage.
And the one thing you don't ever see is injuries in an all-star game. I think that's where a lot of times people kind of take that pause in the old NFL where this year, are you intrigued to watch the all-star game for the NFL, the Pro Bowl?
I am not.
Really?
No, I don't have any.
I do.
I
do because anytime anybody says they're going to change something up, I'm willing to look at it.
That's one thing, I guess. If they were still doing the skills competitions.
Back in the day when we were old, when we were young kids, and we were like, hey, and that was always, but that never came out to the spring.
Yeah, but I'd like
because they had to edit all
see them do that where they had the quarterback competition,
throwing the football and all that, and the running. I know.
Moving targets. They had the world's fastest man in the NFL.
That was a wild world of sports right there on ABC.
Yeah, but you know that nobody really wants them to do that anymore because if somebody were to get hurt.
Well, that all happened with Garrison Hurst.
No, Robert Edwards. Robert Edwards tore his knee up playing.
It wasn't Hurst. Hurst hurt himself in the Falcons game. It was Edwards. You're
Edwards
exactly right.
Hurt himself playing flag football on a beach volleyball court.
Yep, and that was it for him. He was done for his entire career.
And that kickoff was taken and returned right there. That was by number 20.
Stay with us at halftime. I'll be doing Chump Craig Chapman on, hey, what is his brain thinking about 2023? We might even bring in Miss Maya, if I can grab a mic quick enough to get her thoughts on what this world's going on. And, oh, my goodness, I cannot wait to have this conversation moment.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so 1st and 10, the ball will be at.
Brother, you could give the I can't wait, but he gave the okay.
No, I mean, I get scared when you start saying you're going to try to stump me.
I'm not going to stump you, man. I'm just going to throw something out there and get your impact, man. Get your input, impact, deep impact, Armageddon, whatever we want to talk about it right now. So this is yellow versus burgundy / sun versus bark.
And wow, that play had
Buddy
no
Bark
shot.
came in there, and who was it?
Number 32 blows that play up.
32 from Bark.
Anthony Johnson, the middle linebacker.
If we can get that name thrown up there, it's a running clock right now.
And, I mean, it was a loss of 4, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 14 on the play. And Team Sun has done a pretty good job of running the football. But that play right there was, from the jump, it was a no-go.
Yep. You shall not pass.
Now, I like the fact that, they're not doing, it doesn't look like there's going to be delay of games called.
No,
And
they're letting them play.
And I love the fact that you do that. People didn't come to watch people call delay a game in an all-star game.
Listen to you.
I mean,
People didn't come.
they had 2 days of practice.
I remember taking a nap between our first game at 1 and 6, and I woke up and was like, hey, how's everybody doing? They were like, we got a game in about 1 hour. I'm like, all right, that sounds good.
So they're sacked on the play, back to the 16-yard line where it will bring up 3rd down and 20 for Team Sun. And Team Bark got a little momentum from that drive, and even though they trail by 1, they look like they're in control right now. So it'll be interesting to see. The last time it was a 3rd down on this end of the field, Team Sun threw a swing pass, and it looked like the tackle was going to be made for about 2 yards. But Jace Presley rolled over the tackler and sprinted down to the 22. And now we're in trips again with Presley in the inside slot on the trips. Dropping right there, and here comes the sack again. And that is number 55 for Team Bark, defensive end Grant Fielder from Smyrna, Georgia. And it will bring up a punt right now. And so a drive that started at the 26 is going to be punting from 4th and 26. All the way back, 4th and 27. All the way back at the 9-yard line. Number 4 will be in the game to punt. And that will be Lucas Wynn. Wynn had a nice punt his first time. And I've kind of noticed that if you're in this, it looks like you can run pressure from the outside on kicking plays. The long snapper is number 90, Dylan Ellison from South Jordan, Utah. There's the snap. Ball looks like it's partially blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
I mean, on the dot there, Craig.
Well,
I was thinking 18, and you said no, 17?
Well, they ended up marking it at the 16. So,
okay, we need to talk to them about that, man.
Well, it's a referee.
It's all right.
I mean, I even said something nice about them. They didn't listen to me, as Coach Collins would say.
I understand.
So 1st and 10, ball in the score 58 red zone. This is the best field position by far for Team Bark, by far for any team.
Sorry, apologize for bringing some Sam Cooke.
That's okay. That's a great song.
It is, and I will concur. Every time a ref should make a bad call, we should play that. I don't know much about
football.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, be nice. Pop could be out there, man.
Pop did an outstanding job last week.
He did for the weather and the environment. I did. In the environment. I apologize. Sometimes my mouth does not want to catch up with my words.
So 1st and 10 right here. Ball's at the 16. Got a slot look right here, and we have whistles.
Can the Bark take the lead right now here heading into halftime? What's your thoughts?
There's a delay of game penalty.
All right.
So back it up to the 21 and 1st and 15 from the 21. And yes, I think they can. Their first drive wasn't great, but it was, a little bit better than it was. There's the swing out to number 20, running through people at the 5, out of bounds at the 5. That could be a gain of 16 and a 1st down. That's number 20, Joshua Gardner, on the catch. and run. And it brings up 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Clock runs. So, you know, right now, you know, Team Bart gives up the first points of the game, immediately drives 75 yards to answer the score, and now has a chance on the short field to go in here and take the lead. There's the snap. There's the give. Nice play right there. Coming off the edge for Team Sun by number 23, Damon Wilson from Jonesboro, Georgia. The Cardinal on the play. Bring up 2nd and goal from about the 7. Looks like we have a new quarterback in the game. No, we do not. It is still Josh Rudy. Gardner in the backfield with Rudy. There's the snap. He looks left, now scrambles out to the right. He's going to flip it to the back corner of the end zone.
Oh, almost.
Just through the hands of number 5, Oboko. And I guess his name is Kerry Iboko. I apologize if I mispronounced that.
That's why you call it, and I sit here and press buttons.
So now 3rd and goal from the 7. Be interesting to see if they attack, go with, you know, KJ McPherson had the big play the last time. 17 is in the slot right here. That's Meadows. Broadno in the backfield. They give it to Broadno and nothing. He loses 2 more. If I'm not mistaken, that's number 23 again. Wilson from Jonesboro. And it'll bring up 4th and goal from the 9. So a great chance to take the lead right here. And now we're going to see if they attempt the field goal or if they're going for it. And they are going for it as the clock runs under 2 minutes. No, they are going to kick the field goal right here. That's number 1 in the game, Tyler Miller, to kick. They're yelling right now, telling everybody not to rush. There's the snap. Miller boots it right down the middle. And Team Bart takes the lead here with 1:44 to go in the first half. 9-7 over Team Sun. That drive basically consisted of 1 first down. They had -4 yards rushing on that drive. And 16 on the reception after the 1st and 15. The drive culminates in a 26-yard field goal and a 9-7 lead.
Make sure you stay with us at halftime. We'll bring in Maya Barrett and Craig Chapman, giving their input on the world in general. I'm looking forward to it. It's time to get an insight here on Score 58 Network, live from Mount Pisgah, Johns Creek, Georgia. I'm Bo Michael with Craig Chapman and the whole crew here on Score 58 Network. Cold and warm in both directions.
Cold there, warm here.
Yes, I had to turn off the heater. I was sweating. Yes, I'll turn it on here in a minute.
No, it's fine. It feels great in here.
Now, don't say that out loud, man.
Absolutely.
They'll come get us. They will come get us. We got Joey, Dorian, Nate, Dylan, and Robert might find us somewhere.
Miller with the kick. It's going to be all the way down, bounce out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Throwing the flag. Team Sun.
Team Sun will take it. I wonder if they're going to take it at the 35 or 40.
Minute 20 on the clock.
And this should be, you know, last drive just was a dominant performance by Team Bark's defense.
And the only thing they got was it a field goal, correct?
Yes, it was. It was a great job by Team Sun's defense
To be able to stop them.
But, you know, so looks like you're going to get – I heard somebody yelling on the sideline for another quarterback. So I don't know if –
no comment on that, brother.
Team Sun.
I keep this quiet. Right now, New York Giants are taking the lead 31-24 here. Roughly about 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter on Fox Sports. That is Channel 5 for those people living in Georgia. If not, it is just good old-fashioned Fox. Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be on the right hash. Trips to the field. Single receiver set down to the boundary. There's the snap. We're going to a little pump fake. Throwing it down the left side.
He went up for an interception.
No, incomplete.
No. Good.
Nice job by the offensive player, number 8. Excuse me. Yeah, number 8, Dorian Downing, turning into the defender to knock the ball away from number 30, James White. So to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Team Suns QB is TJ Taylor from Elkins Park, Pennsylvania. Taylor flanked to his right by Wilson. Niles in the inside slot right here. There's the quick screen out. It's going to be taken. And just a great job. Going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss right there. Play made by number 8 for Team Bart, or excuse me, number 9 for Team Bart, like Broadno. Pass was complete to number 20, Presley, from Hiram, Georgia. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 12. Clock running at 36 seconds and counting. Trips to the wide side of the field, to the right side of the formation. That is, my bad, number 13 right here. You got delay of game right there. So just when I said something about not calling delay of games, they're going to call delay of game. And this is TJ Taylor in at quarterback right now. We are not being attacked by bees. That is a drone flying by.
I appreciate your
Third
I will
and 17
comment
now.
with Mr. Russo at halftime to make sure, get the drone away from the speakers. That's awesome that you put that up. I mean, literally, it's bees.
Bees in the car, bees everywhere.
No, the Tommy Boy scene.
Yes, they're sting crazy. And that is Fielder again. 2nd sack. Timeout has obviously been called by somebody because the clock has stopped at 13 seconds. And they're going to force Team Sun to punt right here. And number 55, Grant Fielder, has had an outstanding day. The weather report.
Talk to me about tomorrow's weather report.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Kickoff at the 11 a.m. game. It's going to be right at about 47 degrees with the high of 60. But right now, it is not that.
No, it's not. And that's why me, Craig Chapman, and Maya Barrett are sitting warm in the studio, enjoying the comforts of indoor heating. And we're going to get in trouble for this later, I have a feeling.
Punt is caught at the 43-yard line. And Team Bark will take over there with 10 seconds left and a chance for quite possibly one play. Should be, see if they'll throw it down the field, or will they just take it to halftime with the lead. Rudy back in at quarterback for Team Bark. It appears we are waiting on a football to play the game. One of those prerequisites, you know.
It is. I mean, you know, this is a sport of games better than diamond rings. That's why we're here to play football.
That's right.
Wildcats.
Absolutely. I still have VHS tapes with that song on it.
Brother, you and me both, man. You and me both.
So the ball will be spotted basically in the middle of the field. There's the whistle ready for play. Empty look right here for Team Bark. They're switching receivers around out here. There's the snap. Rudy steps up. And he's just going to take it down right there, a yard behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to call timeout with 2 seconds left.
2 seconds, and Maya's got 0.
Well, Team Bark's trying to get that one last play. Obviously, they've got something dialed up that they want to show. I'm hoping to see a trick play right here. The old, hook and ladder. So with 2 seconds, this will be the last play of the first half. Team Bark currently leading Team Sun 9-7 off of a 26-yard field goal by Tyler Miller. And some excellent defensive play the last 2 series by Team Bark. So now we've got empty again. There's the snap. And it's going to be a sack. Rudy is taken down. And the half will end right there with your score. Team Bark 9, Team Sun 7. And Team Bark will receive the second half kickoff of this third annual Senior Bowl.
And we'll be right back for a little challenge across the board on social media. Stay tuned with us. If you're watching the game, hey, tune in with us. Give a little feedback here on the good old-fashioned social media. We'll be right back. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, Maya Barrett, and the whole team here on Score 58 Network. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a whole new environment here. We got some time on the clock here, about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to lose your analogies of the world here. I've got Craig Chapman, and most importantly, we got Maya Barrett on the call here. Maya, Craig, how y'all both doing this evening?
Well, I'm doing good tonight.
All right, you've been here all day, so I can say that, and I appreciate the food. Most importantly, have you ever heard this comment before here? Let's go with this. A rare photograph of my parents on their way to school.
Not my parents, but my grandfather.
You went with your grandfather? You went grandparents on that part?
Yes.
Nah, man, I can see
apparently barefoot, too.
Barefoot?
Yes.
Both ways.
Both
Uphill.
ways? No, that's good. It would have been great if they said on the way to school and on the way back to school.
Absolutely.
You know, on that part, I appreciate that on that end. And we'll go ahead and just age us, Craig, and we'll say, Maya, have you ever had an opportunity to ride in something like this?
No.
No. Bring that mic a little bit closer. Craig, what about yourself?
Absolutely.
Buddy, I went to Six Flags on I-20 with that.
Okay, not to Six Flags, but I will tell you that more than once left the Riverdale Athletic Association.
Oh, brother.
In the back, one of those to the Dairy Queen
Oh,
after a win.
And a Village Inn pizza.
Absolutely.
Why
baby.
wouldn't you get a Village Inn pizza on that part?
See,
1980s didn't have that one.
Buddy, Village Inn
Go ahead, Maya.
No, my parents wouldn't even let me
when were you
ride in
born?
the back seat.
Maya, born.
When was I born?
Yes. You
98.
turned 25 yesterday. 98. Are we old? She turned 25 yesterday.
She was born the year the Falcons went to the Super Bowl.
I know,
the first
and
time.
I know. I appreciate your honesty, man. Thank you. I don't even mention that. I was I can't. I was there, but I don't want
to
to
go to it, man.
I did on that part. So with that in mind, you've never experienced this, Maya, correct?
Once.
You've heard of it.
No, I've done it once.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
at a fair.
Okay, at a fair.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay a fare, or were you at the fair?
I was at the fair.
At the fair. Craig, did you ever ride on one?
I
of
didn't
these?
ride one. To me, my brain doesn't work when I see something spinning.
Yeah.
And my brain says, "Don't do it."
I've done this one because you really can't, because they darken out everything and you slide up. It's one of those ones. The best thing I ever had, I was with Whitaker back in the day, Melissa Ann, and she literally lost her mind on this, and we were at a fairground, and granted, we were old enough.
Was it at the Fayette County Fair?
No, brother, we were at the Walmart fair, and the Walmart, when they can throw a fairground up next to the Walmart, you know you're in trouble. Jim Bob that has 4 fingers and 7 legs, you don't have a chance at that point, man.
I'm just telling you right now, worst day of my life was at one of those.
Worst day of your life. No, I can mention other worst days of your life, but if you want to go with that one, that's fine.
No, I mean,
I know. I'm just
anyway,
playing with you, man.
The Ferris wheel got stuck.
Oh
no. No, I see. That's where, No, that is a bad day across the world on this part. All right, Craig, your thoughts about this thought process here?
Absolutely.
All right, Florida's in
yes.
cold weather.
I
What
mean,
is the scariest thing about cold weather? Cold weather if you're in Florida, Maya. Any thoughts?
In Florida,
Cold weather.
Do they even have heating?
It's not that, but what are you worried about falling out of trees?
Oh, the iguanas.
The iguanas, the crashing lizards are things people have to pay attention to in this world. But the hurricanes are like, is that all you got?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like Lieutenant Dan on top of.
You call this a storm?
I know. And do you understand that analogy?
No.
Oh, my goodness. I'm freaking out right now. I say Lieutenant Dan. We might as well bring Jennifer Colbert on there and see if she can give us an analogy. If I say Lieutenant Dan, you don't have that?
It sounds familiar.
Okay, what about Jenny?
No.
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 A box of chocolates?
Oh, Forrest Gump?
There it is.
Okay, we don't get the most important line is that, and you give me Forrest Gump. Oh, my goodness. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing this. Look what they're going to throw out on HBO Max. Are you excited or scared? Craig, you go first.
This is going to be great. Absolutely great.
Okay.
Because all of this stuff is going to be like how it led to the point.
That's what
and all the stories in the book are awesome.
Okay, what about you, Maya?
I didn't even know this was coming out, so.
I know, but you know what it's about, right?
No, not really.
When I say welcome to Derry.
She has no idea. She doesn't
No
know
idea?
What
You don't have a clue. You're just playing the odds.
I know that's the clown from It.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Derry, Derry, Maine.
I will definitely watch.
The best part is if you ever been to Derry, Maine.
I have not, because it's not a real place.
I know. I appreciate your honesty. But going to any place in Maine, and you're like, was this where Stephen King went to and said, hey, this is where we think we want to have this part?
You should have seen 8th grade me trying to find it on a map.
I know, but it's like Derry, Maine, this is it. All right. Now, for those people out there, we only lost 70 viewers right now by this conversation. If there's a show that's only 2 episodes deep right now, it's on CBS. Is it on CBS? I know it's on ABC. If there's a show for you to watch this show. Okay? Craig, Maya, watch this show. It's only 2 episodes deep. It's called Will Trent. It's wonderful.
I saw one of the previews for it, and I was like, you know what? That would be the kind of show I'd like. It looks like this dude is.
It's really good. It's got anytime that you can have Zach from Saved by the Bell.
There you go.
Is the person that is not the focal of the point of the show. It's great, but it's very interesting. It's based out of Atlanta. So everything's filmed in Atlanta. So if you're an Atlanta person out there in this crazy world, they love it's kind of neat to watch. Little insights across the board. Most importantly, the last thing to go into, let's go ahead and ask, what are you more excited about to watch? Maya Barrett, Guardian Galaxy Volume 3, or Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny?
They could stop
If
with
you
both of
answer the wrong question, you will never be able to speak on this.
they don't need more of either of these.
What?
I
I just don't understand you.
I would
sometimes.
probably go see Indiana Jones over Guardians of the
Okay,
Galaxy.
all right.
Yeah.
Craig, your
You know
thoughts?
exactly. Hey, it's going to be Indiana Jones.
But he already one movie. He said he was too old for this,
Oh,
and they're gonna make another one.
But
Yes,
he got hurt.
But
making
that was Mel Gibson. That was Mel Gibson, and he constantly said he was too old after the first one.
Yes.
Well, that was Danny Glover. My bad. Not Mel
Both of them
Gibson.
said it.
Both of them said they
and
were
then
too
they said
old.
we're not too old for this stuff.
Yeah, now we're going on that part. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are so glad to have you here live in the middle of everything that we're bringing you across the board. And most importantly, about that time, you feel like Robert's zooming in right now because he said, hey, we'll give you an aerial picture right now. And get
What a
ready
great
for it.
picture.
I know. He does a great job. We got Joey Russo producing. We got Dorian Johnson, Nate Robinson on the ground, Dylan Turner on the big camera. Wonderful night here in Atlanta, Georgia. Glad to have you with us. Getting ready for kickoff here for the second half of the All-Star Seniors. 10 minutes on the clock. It's 9-7. Keys to the game will come across after the first kickoff. We'll be right back getting ready for the kickoff. Here we go. Maya and Joey. Maya and Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
So, Team Sun kicking off to start the second half. Team Bart leading 9-7.
Did you say, Bart, where's homework? I did. I felt like that was coming on that part.
Ball bounces off. It stays in the field of play. Has to be returned. Trying to take it to the sideline. And Team Bart will start at their own 7-yard line.
I need more K, man. I feel like now that I'm focused, I feel like it's Bart Simpson.
Team Bark.
Oh, I got the K. I'm wondering where Maggie is, and who was your favorite? Hey, side note there. Did you watch The Simpsons there, Maya?
No, but
Oh.
in my defense, I never grew up with cable. I never had cable.
Never had cable.
Yes, I was a PBS kid.
Oh, PBS kid.
Yes.
Wow.
Dinosaur Train.
No, that's a little too.
Young for you. I
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
that. Too old.
So 1st and 10 right here at the 8.
That's good. I appreciate that.
And we're not gonna be on a dinosaur train or try to get tackled by a big red dog.
But I do enjoy. You did Red Dog. I'm fine. I'm fine with anything.
I don't think there's
PBS
a bear
rocks.
in a big blue house around here.
I
so-
know, but anytime when you get PBS, when they're like, "Oh, that was good," I'm not disagreeing with you when you say that. I'm like, "Okay, that's good."
All right, so Team Bark
Way
First.
back.
1st and 10 at their own 8.
Throw that scoreboard up here, and we'll get things started.
There's the snap.
Third
Flips it
quarter.
out. Cuts inside. Hello. I think the ball came loose, and I think Team Sun has it 1st and goal at the 6.
Yep.
What an outstanding job. I mean, just outstanding. Throws the quick screen out, and just an outlandish hit. Separates player from football. Team Sun with the recovery.
And you think they're taking this game a little bit more serious than we are in that sense? Because it's not. I mean, I'll take it serious 9-7 compared to what we came out of earlier this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Earlier this afternoon, it was 41-0. And I'm so happy. Here we go, third quarter on the clock, 10 minutes reset, 9:25 on the clock, counting down.
So
first and goal.
Team Sun with the ball.
Roughly on the 7-yard line.
Taylor kicks the snap, hands to the outside. Gain of 2 right there.
To the 5-yard line.
For Presley. Down to about the 4. The second and goal from the 4.
A side note, wild card update. Minnesota on roughly the 13-yard line has how many yards to go? 87?
87, big guy.
87 to tie the game with 3 minutes left. Not asking you to turn away, but asking you to multitask. Because if you saw the office of Score 58 Network, you would have no problem to understand that we multitask with the best of them. We have 15 screens up, and for those people that cannot handle that, good luck.
There goes Taylor. He pulls the ball. He's going to get it down. Bauer back to the line of scrimmage. Really nice defensive play made there once again by number 55, Grant Fielder from Smyrna, Georgia. And he has had 2 sacks and has been a dominant force on the edge. Looks like Fielder plays his football at North Cobb High School. And we're going to get a timeout right here for Team Sun.
And a quick reminder for the Team Sun and Team Bark. Most importantly, they're part of football Hotbed family, and that's the most important thing to understand. They came in here to Atlanta, Georgia, and had an opportunity to really play in this all-star week. There's 3 more games that will follow, 11 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. Had an opportunity as a group to go to University of Tennessee and also the University of Auburn over the past 2 days, and experience through meetings and through practices an opportunity to understand what a lot of teams go through in the recruitment process. So, Craig, talk to me. Have you ever had a chance to kind of be a part of an all-star group?
I have. I've got to do a couple of all-star games in the state of Georgia. Got to do a Georgia-Florida game, some county all-star games. It's really fun, but you know, whether you're the head coach of the team or an offensive coordinator or a defensive coordinator on the team, you know, you want to win the game, but you want to make sure that everybody that's involved with the game gets a chance to do something.
Because they're part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like on Friday night where you're going out and picking your best player and getting them in the space.
Right. No, I understand that. You know, that's the draw where your brain has to split.
Taylor throwing inside. It's picked off.
Oh, wow. Can he get out?
Just needs to take a knee.
Listen to you. I love that. Let's see if we get a replay of that.
Jahan Paul on the interception.
The brain power in that senior to say, hey.
Yep, I tried. I was going to try to take it to the
take it to the crib.
I was going to try to get my 100-yard return.
No, 115-yard return.
But,
sir, you're not out of the end zone.
You're not going to get that done.
No, you're not. Yeah, to be able to do that, it's awesome.
I remember yelling one time to take a knee in a playoff game when somebody picked the ball off 8 yards deep.
And ran it to the house.
Take a knee, fall down. And then as he came out of the end zone, Coach Leon Dillard says, you are getting ready for the Y3 experience. And he went 108 for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was his 3rd return of over 100 yards.
Who was that?
Brandon Davis.
Yeah, I remember that.
So 1st and 10 right here. Team Bark survives the turnover by getting a turnover on their own.
What did you think about, I mean, we were both at the Falcons games last Sunday, so we didn't get to watch the 2 returns in Buffalo.
The second return was unbelievable.
For 106 yards.
Yeah, and then with the moves he had to make.
Yeah.
So you have illegal substitution right here on Team Sun. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty and make it 1st and 5.
Whitecap said I'm cold.
Yes, sir. He said this clock is going to run, boys.
Yeah.
Better get it ready.
Yeah, it's got to push. It's got to push across the board. Once again, we'll be live here tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Happy Martin Luther King Day. We'll have some multiple announcers, a little bit more bells and whistles. Have a little bit more fun. Great tackle by number 1 from Sun.
That would be Phillip Jones from Miami, Florida. That pass was complete to the man who just intercepted the pass, Jahan Paul. Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down and 1. Josh Rudy has gone the whole way at quarterback for Team Bart. Doubles look right here for Team Bart. Snap to Rudy, he's gonna take it, gonna set, gonna fire it down the left sideline. It's gonna be caught. They're gonna call him out of bounds.
But one thing I like about this, and I don't get it on the replay because it decided to not want to give that. What did you like about that catch?
Well, he high-pointed the ball.
I like that word.
He high-pointed the ball.
He did.
Plus, it was a good throw. It was up and to the outside, away from the defender. You know, I love the play call. It's 2nd and 1. You can take your shot down the field because you feel like you're going to give yourself a chance to pick up, you know, 3rd down because it's just 3rd and 1. Now, they did this the last time they had a 2nd and 1. They gave the ball to Broadno, and he made someone miss in the backfield and gained 5 yards. It was the exact same play. And he made someone miss in the backfield, and he got nothing. So now you're looking at 4th down. 4th and 1, up to, you know, be interested to see if they decide to go for this right here. Well, they're going to say they're going to punt this. So here comes Miller into the game to punt.
All right, I'll be after it. I'll be after that. If he muffs it, go get it.
Punt is away. Punt was returned by number 8, Dorian Downing. He'll be stopped at the 42-yard line. And that's where Team Sun will take over, trying to erase this 2-point deficit they have. 6:16 to go here in the 3rd quarter. First and 10, ball at the 42. Taylor in it, still in at quarterback. Going to hand the football off. Got a play right here. Nice cut right there. Nice run for a 1st down all the way to the 41-yard line of Team Bart by number 23, Damon Wilson from Jonesboro High School. Team Sun going to run a little tempo right here. Same play right there, just going to repeat it. Going to pick up 2, going to make it 2nd down and 8. Ball down to about the 39-yard line.
Apologize for that. I was trying to show us a little promotion for tomorrow's game. We'll get a little bit of that here between the change of the 3rd and the 4th quarter. We have all 3. That is the rising freshmen into this sophomore, juniors, and senior class, all being represented here. Class of 24, 25, and 26.
Wilson and Presley with Taylor in the backfield right here. And we're going to get a false start. We'll bring up 2nd down and 13.
Looks like the Giants are going to beat the Vikings.
Yes, they are. The Vikings went for it on 4th and 8, did not get it, have no timeouts.
And that clock is just a running.
And the Minnesota Vikings will go to Philadelphia and play the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep. Everybody thought that was coming. Look at the little black
was
flip.
awesome.
It was. It was a nice back flip. Getting ready for the final game of the night. I do enjoy Wild Card Weekend. If I'm Greeny and Golick as a time period.
That's great coverage right there.
And you get 6 games in 3 days. That's some nice football right there.
Great coverage by number 30, James White for Team Bark. Pass intended for number 8. That's Downing again.
That is 6 and 3, right? Playing each other?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it is 6 and 3.
Because
Giants were 6. Yeah, Giants were 6. 3 was Minnesota because 2 was who?
San Francisco.
Yeah.
7
yeah.
was Seattle.
Yeah, good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. As long as everybody feels like the Green Bay Atlanta game back in the day when you feel like you should win, not. So
there's the snap. Taylor rolls to the right, throws it out in the flats. Caught, turns upfield, still on his feet, down the right sideline to the 22-yard line, and a first down. And it's that man again. That's number 20, Jace Presley from Hiram, and he has the 2 biggest receptions of the game right now for Team Sun. One that set up their first score, and that would put them right on the edge of the score 58 red zone, but picks up a huge first down. And right now, Team Sun's got a chance if they play this thing right. They can run this clock down and get it, get the lead as they head into the fourth quarter.
It's going to be an interesting fourth quarter for both teams.
Team Park going to take the timeout right here. I mean, it's one of those things. This is, pretty interesting, set of downs right here in this game.
All right, and we get that idea here. Who you got in the Super Bowl there, Craig?
I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you're going with the Bills.
And the San Francisco 49ers.
All right, paycheck, man. You willing to do that with your paycheck?
Absolutely not. I just watched the Chargers blow a 27-point lead, and I'm not betting. I would never bet anything.
Yeah, I prefer that on that part.
If I say the word bet, it look like.
But I like that you do Buffalo and San Francisco.
I'm not sold on the Eagles, man.
No. I think the 49ers having a clear spot. I just don't know if I want Cincinnati or Buffalo, who I'm rooting for.
Look at our NFC matchups. The Eagles right here are going to play the Giants. That's an NFC. And you're either going to get the Bucks and the 49ers or the Cowboys and the 49ers. I mean, those are some classic NFC games.
Old games, man. Old games. It would just be amazing. But we're talking 40-year-old games.
Wow, pressure immediately.
And he said, I'm going to jump on top of him.
And that's Broadno with the sack right there. Just flies through there. And that is a huge loss. I mean, an absolutely huge loss. It'll be second down and 21. And now, I mean, you're 1 second, you just had one of the most exciting plays of the game, and then the next second you lose 11, and you're going to have to figure out something else again right here if you're Team Sun. So Taylor in the gun, flanked by Wilson and Presley. Taylor drops back, sprints out to his left, trying to get the shoulders turned, is going to fling this thing out of bounds. That's a really nice play to avoid the sack. I mean, it's 3rd and 21, but, here's the thing. If you can get about 7 or 8 yards on this play, you can try to kick a field goal to put yourself up 10-9.
And be able to do that right now really would put you in the driver's seat here in this all-star senior matchup football hotbed live from Mount Pisgah Sports Complex here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, bringing you a Score 58 football hotbed all-star matchup class of 2023. 3 games tomorrow, 1 game tonight. Glad to have everybody with us here.
And if you understand the logistics of putting on a football game, putting on 4 in 2 days, wow.
Buddy, it's hard. And they had practice for the other 3 teams right before this one.
Throwing the screen.
He tried to cut up inside. It was not successful.
He didn't really have much of a choice because that's about the 3rd or 4th time they've run that play, and Team Bark was like, no, we have seen this before. It will not work again. So now it's 4th down and 22. You would think that these guys might have, seen something in practice maybe. Still, when you start yelling, watch the double pass, that's a pretty specific thing to watch. So a field goal from here would be about 55 yards, 54 yards. There goes motion. We got a penalty. And it's going to be offsides. And if it's offsides, they may want to take a shot at this. Now they're going to kick it. The 5-yard penalty is.
I love that you're listening to the announcer.
I'm just telling you, man.
You're hearing the coach. We're going to kick it. Let's go. We're going to kick it.
So number 4 will come in for Team Sun. Lucas Wynn from Powder Springs, Georgia. Presley will hold. Now, here's the interesting thing. I'd put somebody back to return this.
I know you would, because that's who you are.
They said they can't rush. So for the lead right here, from 48 yards. There's the snap. Ball is fumbled. And the snap was fumbled by Presley, and he picked it up, and he will be tackled at the 42-yard line. And Team Bark will take over.
And this is halftime analysis right now.
Yes. I mean, if you look at Team Bark,
and that's Team Burgundy.
Yeah, the 78 passing yards for them. A lot of that came on a 47-yard pass that led to their touchdown.
Right.
I guess that they didn't count I guess they counted the swing pass in the rushing stats for Team Sun, which, I could see. But to look at that,
all right, so would you take a 7-9 matchup instead of what we got in our first?
Absolutely.
Listen to you. Because the other one, at least this one, so you're telling me we got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be something. There's going to be some stuff going on.
No, I concur with you on that part.
So right now you got doubles right here. They're switching out players. It looks like they're going to bring a tight end into the game or another guard into the game. They got a delay of game penalty, so the referees were more than lenient early on in the game.
Are they tightening up?
As the game has gone on, they're like, "Hey, man, come on now.
Listen to you.
You got to get it in. Can't take we want to go home and watch the 8:15 playoff game."
I'm throwing it up on the screen right now, man. Back off.
No, I was talking about the refs.
All right, well, what's our feedback, man? Is that you or me?
Not me. That is the drone.
I got to yell at him about that. I'm going to kill my mic here and yell at him for a second.
Ball was carried right there by Broadno again. Gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 14. We'll be under 2 minutes or under a minute here in the third quarter. Still a 2-point game. And I love the fact that you can hear the defense being called out and the direction of the slant and the blitz. There's the snap. Ball's on the ground. Team Sun has the recovery. That's number 1 for Team Sun. Phillip Jones out of Miami, Florida, in the backfield on the botch snap and attacks the ball and goes and gets it. And Team Bark, who had such a nice offensive first half, has really struggled here in the second half. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 36-yard line. It's time for somebody to go home. They're honking the horn at them. So 1st and 10 at the 36. Inside run. That's Presley down to the 19. We got a penalty flag in here. Looks like it's in the position of a face mask. And I think that's what the call is going to be. And that'll bring up a 1st down for Team Sun. all the way down to just inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 inside the score 58 red zone for Team Sun. I mean, this seems like an appropriate graphic for a team named Sun. So there's the snap, there's the give, cuts it back, turns it to 5. That's a touchdown for number 23, Damon Wilson from Jonesboro High School, and a 13-9 lead right here for Team Sun. So I'm going to kick this extra point, try to get a 5-point advantage. Snapping on the play will be Dalen Ellison from South Jordan, Utah. I mean, I bet Mr. Ellison is laughing at everybody thinking this is cold. I mean, he's from Utah. He's like, yeah, y'all ain't never felt cold. There's the snap, there's the kick. Kick is away and good for win. And with 21 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter, your score is Team Sun 14, Team Bark 9. And the turnovers in this 3rd quarter have finally caught up with Team Bark. They fumbled on the first play of the half, somehow survived with an interception in the end zone. And then after the most recent, error on the snap, Team Sun cashes it in with a nice run to start the drive by Jace Presley. And then Wilson finishes it off with a 15-yard sprint to the end zone. Something tells me that Maya's about to fly off this table with a flying elbow.
Hey, buddy, I'll find a Bark song if the Bark team can score. But you got Mr. Golden Sun, man. I grew up with Barney.
Perfect sun.
It is, man. Perfect sun shining down on me, man.
Perfect, just perfect.
It was good times, man. Good times indeed.
Wynn looking to kick off right here. His last kickoff was fumbled at the 1-yard line, and it kind of set the tone for this 3rd quarter as Team Bark has had a struggle on the offense. So here comes Wynn on the approach, drives the kick. And that kick will be fielded in the end zone, and it'll bring it out to the 20-yard or 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25 for Team Bark. Now they're going to mark it at the 20 this time. Last time they marked it at the 25, so it's, it's the revolving spot. And so when the 4th quarter begins here at Mount Pixa High School, it'll be Team Sun 14, Team Bark 9. 1st and 10 at their own 20 for Team Bark.
All right, so with that in mind here, Craig and Maya, what's your thoughts here? Maya, go first. Does Team Bark have an opportunity?
I mean, they have a whole 10 minutes to pull something together, but
I mean, it's a touchdown away.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, they're not far away.
They're not. They're not. I mean, they're at least Atlanta to Marietta. They're not Atlanta to Maine. Okay. I mean, you get different ones getting that opportunity here. Craig, your thoughts?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Bark's got the ball here, so we're excited about to see what happens here. Craig, take it away here. Start of the 4th quarter of action.
Inside give right there. And a gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball was carried right there by number 20, Joshua Gardner. And they're going to give him a gain of 2, so it'll bring up 2nd and 8. So if you're in this, with the way the clock has been running, in this game, you're going to have to, think about, keeping it in a manageable down and distance, and maybe taking some chances on 4th down if if it's within a 4 or 5 yard range right there, because possessions will be limited in this quarter. So trips going to be to the right-hand side of the formation. Single receiver to the left into the boundary. There's the snap. Going to throw the ball deep to the post. Looking for number 12, Braden Cummings. Just off his hands, in between the 2 defenders. A really nice throw right there by Josh Rudy, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. And if I was on this, if I'm kind of thinking along right here, the biggest play of the night for Team Bark has been a slant that was thrown on 3rd and 8. If I'm Team Sun, I'm looking for that slant to KJ McPherson, which is where he went last time. So it may be one of those things where I don't see McPherson in the game. Now right down the middle of the field. There's the snap. Ball's on the ground. And he gets run down from behind. Play made by number 7. Right there, Demetrius Junius.
My man said this shit ain't nothing, cuz. My man said I wreck everybody in this.
I'm sorry, I had to go with it, man. If they're going to give me Chumbawamba, I'm going to have to do it.
I don't know what penalty they just called.
Yeah, they gave him 15 yards, man, and they're checking their quarterback on that part. I love the sights and sounds of the game. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm a Rhinestone Cowboy is going to happen next if they score a touchdown. So I know Miss Maya wants Who Let the Dogs Out, and I read her lips, and I brought it up. So if Bark does score a touchdown, we are going to let the dogs out. Okay.
All right, so the penalty has obviously been taken off.
Oh. Dobie's out on the field. He's in the bright yellow. He's trying to check with the white cap and make sure everything's
controversy.
I love it. Anytime somebody gets controversy in an all-star game, we go, hey, what's happening here? Because you want things to be legit.
I do, and he looks like
he's questioning.
Not quite.
He's questioning the call. Yeah, I love my drone looking right on top.
This is great.
Oh, it is. It's good and it's bad. It's ugly and it's sad at that point. Oh, Reed, he can breathe in on that part. They're going to take they marking it off a little bit more.
Honestly, well, I mean, when you put the game on, you get to tell them what to do.
Yeah, really, I mean, you do. You do.
Hey, this is my game. When I tell you what this is the way it is.
Yeah, based on what you saw right there. It's 4th down and about 4.
It's 3rd down because the penalty.
They flipped it back. Okay,
yeah.
I just saw 4th down.
I agree. I saw it too. But we're not at Lenore Park.
No, home with the 5th down. We got Mike Tirico. Is he going to be the new person on Sunday Night Football?
I don't know.
I feel like they're trying to step out Al Michaels. It was Al and Herman on last night's game, and I feel like they're trying to.
They tried to run a quarterback draw, spins away, gets the 1st down. That was a great run right there by number 9.
Do you think Collinsworth is happy that he gets to call a Bengals game?
Absolutely.
I would think so.
And the clock will run. It was 1st and 10 now for Team Bark. Broadno goes off the field. Be interesting to see if we have the return of Rudy in at quarterback.
Every time you say Rudy, I do question my thought process.
No, not that Rudy. He
I
was
know.
offsides.
Maya, do you know who we're talking about when we say Rudy? She gave us a head shake. Do I feel old? Yes. Yes.
All right, so it looks like
said so. That's awesome.
I was talking about the game. I wasn't trying to.
Brother, I know you weren't, man. I just heard the name Rudy, so I was
Broadno takes the snap. He is going to fire this
man,
thing.
he's going to launch it deep.
You got to be kidding me. Oh, I saw the guy wide open.
Incomplete.
And if the guy that had been playing tailback when it came in and thrown that ball,
he might have connected.
And it goes over everybody's head and hits his guy in stride, he immediately gets player of the game.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens the rest of the time. He wins player of the game.
Whether he likes it or
yes,
not.
I
mean. It's to you. All right, man. I'll start calling you Adam Jr. in that part because that's Adam Collins right there on that.
I am about the size of an Adam Jr.
Yeah. Right now, no, you're an Adam Jr. Okay. Can I get a small hamburger? That'd be Craig Chapman right over there. We just want a Whopper.
That's called a Crystal.
I'm not even a Whopper Jr. at this point, buddy.
How many Crystals can you eat? One?
Yeah, that's called a Craig right now. I'm more of a bag of Crystals, even though I don't like to admit that.
So 2nd and 10 right here for Team Bark. Ball is at the 32-yard line. Now number 12 is in. That's coming. He's in at quarterback. The lefty gets to the outside.
He caught that.
He throws the ball. They're going to say it.
Incomplete.
Well, pass was intended for number 25, Cheyenne Rowles.
Cheyenne what?
Rowles. I'm trying, man.
Brother, you know, that's why the first time I ever saw the Battle of Iwo Jima, I had to call my dad.
So you didn't know it?
No, I was I didn't even know how to pronounce that name because just my brain power was looking at hooked on phonics when I was a history teacher. Hiroshima, I knocked it out of the park. Nagasaki, I knocked it out of the park.
Guadalcanal?
I don't even know what you're talking about, brother. But Iwo Jima blew my mind. I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to talk to somebody about how to pronounce this name before I bring this up in a classroom.
So 3rd and 10 at the 32 right here for Team Bark. There's the snap. Pressure off the corner. Steps up underneath. What a nice move.
Oh,
a nice throw.
Nice grab.
Turns the corner. Down the sideline. All the way to the 32. Broadno with a great play. There's a flag.
Yeah, but you got to see this move right here. Look at this move. For him to get away, whether there's a flag or not.
I see what the flag is.
Where's the flag?
It's a blindside block right there. Number 20, Joshua Gardner just just lowers the boom on the sideline. So it will be an illegal blindside block, but it'll still be first down for Broadno with an outstanding play made by Braden Cummings, who has been playing wide receiver the whole night, and then steps in, avoids the rush, steps up in the pocket, and throws a nice crossing pattern.
Hey, did you enjoy this song growing up?
Absolutely. I mean, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably gonna get all of us fired for that.
I know. It said sex and drums and rock and roll.
Okay.
I mean, it did. It didn't say sex and drugs. It said drums.
Well, I mean,
1 out of 3 ain't bad. His bio goes, I quit.
Meatloaf.
I know. And I do love me some Meatloaf, man.
Do you remember the show he was in, Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
There's motion across right here on 1st and 10. Ball
When
is
he
at
was
the
in Fight Club, it blew my mind. Going deep.
Oh,
wow. Wow. That could be ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. They had their drive.
Number 23, that is Damon Wilson from Jonesboro High School with the interception, and he has had an outstanding ball game. Had the 15-yard run that put them up 14-9, has made a ton of plays on defense, and now has the interception with 8:30 to go. 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're going to show a little bit of the instant replay on that. Apologize for the backdrop of that. I just thought it would be good to kind of the anticipation of it. If I had some type of music, that'd be nice. They're going to flip it, and they got to flip screens here.
No, they're just marking it. They're taking it back. They caught a penalty on it.
All right.
Here you see the linebacker mugging right there.
I mean, he's looking for it the whole time.
But he drops back. But this ball hits, you know, it looks like it hits number 20 right in the hands.
Oh, in his hands.
Oh, Brayton
wow.
Cummings for not being the
No,
quarterback
I'm having a hard time with that because when I saw it the second time, it is in his hands. In the words of Hangover, in the face.
Right.
In the face. Oh, my goodness.
So you're going to get a timeout right here by Team Bark with 8:07 left to go here in the fourth quarter, and this is a huge drive. And I mean a huge drive. Looks like TJ Taylor is still in the game at quarterback for Team Sun. Presley and Niles still in the backfield. And Team Bark's got to do a job right here to get off the field.
Sorry.
There's the snap. Give for no gain. It'll bring up second down and 10 right here. Ball handed off to number 20, Jace Presley.
About 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of action. Once again, a reminder, 11 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, class of 2026. And if I'm wrong on that, it's 2024. I might be ending with 2026. Go 2024, 2025, 2026. I think that's how they're playing it. Make sure you tune in with us here on the Score 58 Network. We're going to show all three games. Great broadcast. If you liked what you saw here this evening, here, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll keep you updated on the old good old-fashioned NFL. Have some conversation across the board.
There goes Wilson again, breaking it out. Going to pick up about 6 or 7, and it's going to bring up third down and 3. And he has really had an outstanding game, but he's been everywhere here in the second half.
Most importantly, you will not hear me or Maya talk tomorrow. You'll have Eric Highbelt, Adam Collins, and Craig Chapman bringing you some live action until we kick them off the air and realize that the money's not worth it. And we'll just bring in Maya and Bo, and we'll call the rest of the games. But most importantly, on site, you'll have this crew that you're seeing here this afternoon. If you like what you're watching, just mute us, and you'll know that you're enjoying the game now, start to finish. Was that good, Craig?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Maya, you okay with that? Okay, as long as she picks up food, I'm good with that on that part. She got some sandwiches and some sushi tonight that made me want to hug a person.
And she also bought some pretzels or something?
Oh, I know those pretzels are gone. I mean, they're flippets, and they were done. They were salty. That's all I can say. Here we go. Roughly about 6 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter, live from Mount Pisgah. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here on the Score 58 Network Football Hotbed. Ooh, now live ball, incomplete.
Bubble screen intended for Niles. Short. It'll bring up fourth down and 3.
Team Sun versus Team Bark.
It sounds like Team Sun is going to punt right here.
Oh, my goodness, giving Team Bark an opportunity to call it a comeback. I've been here for days. I'm at a new gym right now, and they played Mama Said Knock You Out. I lost my mind.
You worked out hard for 2 minutes, and then it was like, man.
I did. I grabbed some barbells, and I was lifting it felt like 250 pounds, and I realized it was just 145. But I was pushing it, and I was doing a good job.
I
with
thought
it.
you were going to say it felt like 250 and it was 25, which would have been my.
No. I'm not going to give myself 25. My muscles are definitely atrophies at the best.
Ball was punted and fielded at the 15-yard line.
But Craig Chapman, if I was ever to go back in time and give Bobby Ramsey a hug when he was our age,
oh my word,
I would just give him a hug because Bobby, Coach Ramsey was my offensive line coach in high school, and he was my age now, probably a little bit younger, and I would just give him a hug based on him working out and doing all the things that he could do on that part, and the youngness that I do not feel at this point in my life.
Very strong man.
Very strong man. So and I look at that on that part. Even even Frank Hobbs, Craig Chapman, little Campbell, and a little bit of
trying to run a center
Scott
on the
Warner,
field.
giving all my high school attributes across the board.
Coach Lackey.
Oh my goodness, Iser.
Coach Isler.
I saw him, Isler. Cincinnati Bengals or Baltimore Ravens. Who's going to win that game?
Bengals.
Bengals. All right, man. I'll play a song for you here in a minute.
Gonna throw it back in the middle.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And it's caught.
It was. That was crazy. Bananas to throw that back into the.
Why did he throw the flag? The ball was tipped. He can catch the ball, Chief.
Whitecap, what you doing?
No, he didn't throw it.
I know. I've already talked to my filmer to understand that's not feedback. For a second, I had to call him. He's like, yeah, I keep telling him to get away from it. Holding on the offense.
Oh, so he threw a holding penalty. So
Yeah, if I see Cincinnati and Buffalo play each other in the divisional, that sold-out place right there, that'd be crazy.
that will be a wild
And it'd be
scene.
Kansas City versus who?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yep.
In
If
Kansas
Baltimore,
City.
if Baltimore wins, and I think they said Baltimore goes to Kansas City and Jacksonville goes to Buffalo.
No, I'd much rather see the other one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll bring up second down or first and 19.
Oh, I'll get some tickets to Kansas City.
There's
Buffalo.
the throw in the flat, and it's caught at the 18-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 7. And right now I'm going to say this for not thinking he's going to play quarterback today. Our man from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, Braden Cummings, is doing an outstanding job. And now he's got him in there in the no huddle. Takes the snap. All day to throw.
You're going to run it.
He's going to get out of bounds.
It'll be about 32.
I mean, what a nice job.
I tell you, the Barks going to have an opportunity here at the end to hopefully get an opportunity to win the game.
I mean, it would be an amazing thing considering their starting quarterback went out, and he had been the quarterback that had played every snap.
Right, up until this point.
And so now you've got, I can only guess that's his teammate that had the same color helmet on from the same city is playing quarterback now, and he came in from the wide receiver place. And, I mean, right now it's an interesting kind of dynamic right here. So you got trips to the left-hand side of the formation. A slot down here to the right and an empty. He's going to fire this quick screen out, and it's going to be a, I'm thinking that someone didn't understand what the play was as they were having a discussion about it over there.
Listen to you. In the nicest way possible.
Yeah, absolutely. There was nobody that was, the voices were not raised. So looks like it's going to be 4th and 2 right here. So 4th and 2 right here. Clock's running at right at 5 minutes. There's the snap. Tries to turn the corner. Should get the first down. No, they're going to mark him short. Wow. Wow. Okay, then. So that'll be a turnover on downs for Team Bark. And Team Sun will take over with about 5 minutes left on the clock. Ball will be at Team Bark's 23-yard line. And a chance to either make it an 8-point game or to put it out of reach with a touchdown right here. Looks like Mr. Wilson is back in the game. He'll flank Joshua Jarrett from Dutchtown to his right. Got Presley from Hiram to his left.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Man, number 32 for Team Bark just explodes. That's Anthony Johnson, the Mike linebacker. Anthony Johnson and number 55, Grant Fielder for Team Bark have been outstanding today. Second down and 14 after that. Team Sun is taken till next Tuesday in the huddle. Wilson flanking Jarrett to the left. Presley's to the right. There's the snap. Fake's going to throw the go route, and it is dropped. Downing open down the left sideline. Just can't come up with it. What a great play call. Everybody thought that they were going to run the football. I thought they were going to run the football. And there's a flag down. It looks like they're calling personal foul, roughing the passer on Team Bark. So that will take the ball down. Instead of it being 3rd and 14, it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 14-yard line. A new set of downs, 4:07 to go on the clock. So now you got the same formation. There's the snap. I mean, nice job of folding back inside. That is nothing. About one. Bring up second down and 9. Ball was carried by Jace Presley from Hiram. This is interesting scenario right here. Same formation that Team Sun has been in for the majority of the second half. There's the snap. Going to throw the fade, and it's going to be incomplete. Nice coverage for Team Bark by number 5, Kiri Aboko from Powder Springs, Georgia. Rolling Stones have just started to start me up in the background.
Somebody said, hey, I'm ready to go. It's 3 minutes on the clock.
It is 3rd down and 9 right
Team
here.
Sun can get it in here in the middle of darkness, and that'd be good to go.
It's an interesting play call right here for Team Sun. If you run the football into the middle of the field, you set yourself up for a field goal and an 8-point lead.
That the senior from Dutchtown?
It is. Jarrett, Josiah Jarrett. There's going to be the give, and it's number
Nothing
32
there.
again.
That defense is strong right now.
32 right there. Anthony Johnson again. That's his 3rd tackle for a loss today. Johnson has 3 tackles for a loss. And Grant Fielder has a tackle for a loss and 2 sacks. And it is 4th down and 9 right here. And so, I mean, if I'm Team Sun right here, I might be thinking about kicking this field goal and making it an 8-point game.
And really pushing them past their levels. I understand.
So 4th and 9.
I love the drone just.
I was sitting there thinking somebody will say that's a UFO on the
I
field.
know. Glenn Burns will chime in on us.
Snap, give to Presley.
Nothing.
He's not going to get. He may get back to the line of scrimmage.
So it was 3rd down, and now it's 4th.
Okay.
All right.
Unless I've obviously missed something there.
I know. It's all right. He's yelling out field goal.
Okay. So obviously I was wrong.
It's okay. I might be crazy. You just might be the lunatic that I'm looking for.
Yeah, you know.
Turn out the lights.
The party's over?
Yeah.
So here is the snap.
No. Get it on the 25. Bark is still in it to win it. 90 seconds on the clock. Stay tuned here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael with Maya Barrett, Craig Chapman, and the whole crew of Score 58 Network. We're coming down to the last play, last series of the game here. We'll see what happens.
That to me was crazy because I just heard someone yell before the snap, you can't rush.
And they thought the same thing too. Look on their face.
And
Why
then,
are you rushing?
And then he rushed and he blocked the kick.
He did. And the kicker didn't like that thought process.
So the kick was blocked. I think the block was by number 65,
It's
Tristan
still 14
George.
to 9, so I will say that they did not count the kick.
So here we go. Team Bark, 1 minute and 28 seconds left.
80 yards to go
They have to go 80,
to win the game.
and they got to get somebody running in a seam right here.
And take it to the house.
They throw the quick screen, and they got somebody running in a seam.
Listen to you.
Cuts it back.
It's
40,
like you're
45.
in their mind. Hey, Gypsy, relax, man.
That's fun right there.
Buddy, I mean, can you read my palm here for a second?
It says you will live a long and prosperous life.
Just hold my palm. I mean, I do a hand massage for the best of us. Come on, man.
So pass was complete from Cummings to Broadno out there for 25 yards and a first down. Minute 15 on the clock. I mean, right now if you're Cummings, to work the sideline, still got 2 timeouts. Everybody's yelling to run the clock.
You got to love when the camera, because you can hear it. It just echoes. You might want to put the headsets on so you can hear it.
Oh, this is absolutely hilarious. The Whitecap is furious. Empty formation to the left. There's the snap to Cummings. He's going to shuffle to his right.
You got to get rid of it, buddy.
He's going to do a good job of throwing it over his receiver's head, out of bounds, saving the time.
Minute on the clock, minute 02 on the clock. Second down and 10 here live from Mount Pisgah. Got 3 games. They're going to look like they're going to call a timeout.
I think somebody said something about a cramp.
I'll tell you one thing. I drink a lot of water, but I still cramp. I understand that.
I think that's just because we're old.
Yeah.
Because I have drank more water than
buddy,
the ocean in the last
a couple of months.
No, in the last 3 weeks.
I know. When you came in with a bottle of water instead of Diet Coke, I'm like, all right, buddy, hang in there, man.
Yeah, man, it's not been any fun.
Hang in there, Sugarfoot.
I walked into school and I had one of those 23.9 fluid ounce bottles of Core, and I walked in and somebody grabbed my forehead and said, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'd be worried.
All right, 2nd and 10. Cummings takes the snap.
Oh, wow.
And the sack on the play.
That could be the sack that saves the game for Team Sun.
That's number 83, defensive end, Bucci Elukamu from Smyrna. I know that's Smyrna.
Smyrna or Smyrna?
No, it's Smyrna. Smyrna, Georgia. This has got to be down the field right here. 3rd down and 20. To the sideline. Pass is dropped. And it will be 4th down and 20. Pass was intended for number 25 right there. That would be Rawls. I'm just telling you right now, this play is everybody go vertical and throw it to the guy that's almost open.
It's not because it's 4th down and 20, right?
It's only because it's 4th down.
It's only because, I mean, that's the way I play every time. I play Tecmo with that same thought process.
My father would tell you that the play to run right here is trips to the field, run the 2 outside guys off, run the number 3 guy down to 15 yards and break him out and let him catch it and run for the 1st down.
Well, we do appreciate, they're going to call timeout real quick. We do appreciate our crew on site. Joey Russo, Dorian Johnson, Dylan Turner, Nate Robinson.
Yeah, my heart goes out to those guys because I know what that weather's like.
It's a little chilly. Got all 5 on site here in the wonderful atmosphere of, hey, 1 second here. I'll bring it up here in just a second. There we go.
There it is right there. Joey Russo, Dylan Turner, Robert Reed, Nate Robinson, and Dorian Johnson.
They'll be back here tomorrow afternoon/morning, depending on what time they wake up, for our 11, 1, and 3. And here on site, we'll have a multitude of ragamuffins. We'll have myself, Maya Barrett, Jennifer Colbert, Cedric Pugh, Eric Highbelt, and Adam Collins, and most importantly, Craig Chapman, here bringing you this wonderful 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock atmosphere here on Martin Luther King Day. We've been doing it for quite a while. Back in the day, we went to McEachern.
Yes, we did.
We ventured over to Denmark. We hung out in Campbell, and we've been to Mount Pisgah.
4th and 20, down the seam.
Oh, he had it in his hands.
Oh, that would have been a 1st down.
And he felt it, too.
The pass was just behind Oboko, running down the middle of the field. Almost a great catch and a valiant effort by Braden Cummings coming in to finish the game at quarterback. You know, I don't know if they asked us to pick a player of the game, but I'm going to pick my player of the game, and that's number 23, linebacker Damon Wilson from Jonesboro High School. Scored the game-winning touchdown, had an interception, had multiple plays on defense, including a couple of tackles. When Team Bark had the ball inside the 10, he had 2 tackles for a loss that forced the field goal and kept him out of the end zone.
It definitely was a good game.
Absolutely.
Across the board here, 14-9. Remaining part here of the All-Star Game, 3rd annual for the seniors here on Football Hotbed. I'm Bo McMichael. Glad to have everybody with us. Going to go ahead and knee this one out here and get ready for tomorrow evening, or tomorrow all day, 11 o'clock, first kickoff, 1 and 3. We'll start off with the 2024 team, headed out to the other one. Thank you so much for joining in with us. I'm Bo McMichael with my whole crew here on the Score 58 Network. Stay tuned tomorrow for this wonderful experience, and we look forward to having you. Thanks again for joining us here at Mount Pisgah. Take care, be safe going home, and good night.
Like Amazon, no matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison.